You seem hungry. Good thing your table is ready with Saturday Omaha.
Saturday Omaha.
Eat this.
This is Dave with Saturday Omaha, and we are here on another episode of Food Recognized Food. And I am very fortunate to have Elie Berchal and Miny Minoshka.
Yes,
That's
sir.
right. Yes. In the studio here from Elie's Chinchorro. And I have two smiling faces sitting across from me, and I'm excited about this conversation. So, Elie and Miny, how are you both doing today? How's things?
We're doing good.
Perfect today.
Fantastic.
We're doing
Fantastic.
good. Thank you.
So,
Thank you for having us.
Oh, absolutely. And so I actually caught you on a very rare day off. So thank you for spending part of your day off just to talk with me.
No, thank you.
So
It's our pleasure.
oh, it's fantastic. Well, we did an episode with the show about Elie's and the wonderful food that you have there. So Puerto Rican food, and I got to experience a whole lot of new things that I have seen but never consumed before. So it was really cool to actually get to sit in and have that food. But you guys haven't been open super long. When did you guys open up, give or take a little bit?
4 months and a half, right?
I think, what was it? November
19.
November 19th.
November 19th.
Yep.
Okay, great. And in the former Lo Solo Mio, kind of the catering.
Yeah, so I guess they used to do like wedding venues over there.
Yeah.
So like now she kind of like split it in half pretty much, and she still do wedding venues, I guess, or events on the other side. But,
okay.
Or eventually she will start doing them again or something. But yeah, so we got a part of it, and yeah, it's been going great since we opened. Yeah.
That's awesome. So one of the things coming into the restaurant, well, okay. First of all, outside you have that giant chair with the Puerto Rican flag outside, which is so cool. That thing is gigantic.
It gets a lot of people's attention.
It is like, the most Instagrammable / fun thing. And it really helps when you're driving by there to find the restaurant.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah. And then you go in the restaurant, and then you have this little slice of Puerto Rico inside. So plants and a
the
town,
walls,
the
everything.
Walls. So was any of that there when you got there, or was that all just your concept?
Everything. I talked to my another daughter. I don't want to make any loan or something, but I want the people, when the people visit me, I want the people feel like they are in Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
And she said, Mom, I got you. And she take the picture and what she wants. And she say, Mom, you need to paint. And she made the orders. And she made the idea. And the idea is like old San Juan in Puerto Rico.
Oh, San Juan. Okay. Awesome. That is fantastic. So the doors that are up there, it's
everything.
Own village.
It's crazy because if you would have seen it when we first got it,
yeah,
like you wouldn't think that they did as much as they did, like painting each wall different colors. The stuff, have you the mailbox? And
I was just gonna say the mailbox is the coolest touch
so
ever.
Like each mailbox has each one of our family's last names on them.
Really?
Yeah. And then the little window that it's to the right of the salon when you first come in, that has my great grandma name on it, like for first name and last name, which she taught my mom a lot of the cooking skills that my mom got.
Yeah.
So, and then, but everything was my older sister's idea. She's great when it comes to like interior design or even outside. And she was just telling Mom, dude, buy this, go get these, do these. And she put it all together.
It's wonderful. You truly do get a vacation almost walking into the restaurant. And you really set the stage for making it a special place before you see any food, which I've had plenty of experiences there ordering for myself and then looking at other tables going, my gosh, what is that? I need that, right? But when you come in, it's that first visual that you see with your eyes, and it's just so impressive. And you have nice plants around and things like that, and then the skylights that bring in light, because there aren't windows on the sides, but you feel like there's plenty of room, plenty of natural light and everything. It's just really cool. I love the setup.
I appreciate you take the whole idea.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just right away you're in a special place. So that's fantastic.
We're glad that you came and actually have come after that few times, because that says a lot about us, how we presented ourselves and how everybody else treated you, and especially the taste of the food. So yeah, we're glad you like it. So
absolutely. So Elie, where did you get your start cooking, and how did you become a chef? How did things happen there that now you have your own place?
Long story, short story is when I came from Puerto Rico, I don't came here thinking I'm going to make a restaurant.
Sure.
Is the just things happen in the life. I was working in a company. I take around 5 surgeries in my hands.
Oh my goodness.
Yes. I lose my job because they put me in light duties and they don't have any more room for me.
Yeah.
And they fire me. And in that moment, I have 2 of my kids. I have 4 kids. In that moment, I have my young daughter and my son take a scholarship in Kansas. But the things in the life is, if you take a scholarship, you can't work.
Oh, sure.
But the food stamp, you can take a food stamp because you need to take a job.
Oh, jeez.
And they don't qualify for nothing. I say, Mom, we have a problem because we don't have any income. I say, okay, I got you. I go to do something. I don't know what I can do in that moment because for my hands, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I think, okay, my grandma always say, whatever you do it with passion. And you want to be a janitor?
Like janitor, like cleaning. Yeah.
You be the best.
Yeah.
And say, okay, the only what I know is cook. Let's try to do something. And everything started like right away in that moment because I was thinking, okay, let's go to start with delivery. We start to sell food, but the thing is that it was a little bit difficult because in that moment, 8 years ago, we don't know a lot of Puerto Ricans.
Yeah. Nobody knew her. She'll make like, it was like every Friday. She started every Friday. She'll make 10 plates, let's say. And in this plate was probably like $10.
Yeah.
But she'll give you a full meal. And we're talking about
With
like
soda and
rice
everything.
and maybe the meat and then the potato salad that we were talking about.
Yeah,
and
yes,
then
that
let's
potato
say
salad.
the pop too. And then it was $10. And then sold out. And then next Friday she'll try it again, sold out. And then so she started raising the amount of plates that she will make, you know, and people start getting to know her. And yeah, I'm glad she did.
And this is all was in Omaha.
All
Yes,
in Omaha.
just
yes.
here.
All in Omaha, because I think Elie's is the only Puerto Rican restaurant around town.
And
I
you
think.
are right. The closest thing that came to it was to our food. It was the Gusto Cubano, like when it was like on 84th.
Yes.
But after that, since they closed, Mom was already open before they closed, or I mean not open, but but doing her thing. And yeah, but since then, I think we're the only ones.
We're the only one in the whole state.
Wow. Because you said you didn't know many Puerto Ricans here, and I didn't know. I don't know what our distribution of population is. How many people from Puerto Rico we have here? So
Yeah, when we're thinking in that moment, sometimes we had a good times and we had bad times.
Yeah.
Sometimes I make 30 play and just sell 5. And the other one, I give it to the people free because it's the only way that people can taste my food before they buy it.
And not only that, if we didn't have people to give it to, Mom would literally make us get in the car and we would drive people on the street, just send them plates of food, especially like, downtown or homeless or whatever they would be at. Mom always loved to do that. So
Yes, I love that.
Yeah.
that's
And that's everything started. Someday somebody told me, hey, you want to make a booth in Cinco de Mayo festival?
Yeah.
And I say, maybe not, because I don't know if the people accept my food because I'm not Mexican. And they say, no, it's a Latin place. You can go, whatever. And I say, okay, let's try. But I'm so scared. I was nervous because I don't know if people accept my food.
Sure.
And we're thinking in that moment to make pinchos. Pinchos is like a pork and chicken kebabs.
Delicious.
But in Puerto Rico, the pinchos you don't bring the pinchos in a plate. You bring the pinchos in with a
foil on the bottom and just hand it to them with a stick.
napkins and the bread in the top, and you can walk with your pincho in your hands.
Yeah.
And yes, when I would start with that, I was crying, and my daughter said, "Hey, don't start crying. Just put in the grill and go cook the pincho because the line was so long."
It was our first year, and honestly, we were amazed on how how much support we have from people. Like, people just will walk around and they'll see other people walking with the pinchos and they'll be like, hey, where you got that from?
Right.
And point me in the right direction. And they will come and get,
I want the meat on the stick.
I swear, yeah, it was so good. It was so good. And since then, mom's, that's pretty much what she's been doing on the Cinco de Mayo. She typically go. I don't know about this year going. Well, she got the restaurant, so it's a lot more
lot
to do. Yeah, but the times that we were there, it was great. It was great.
Yes.
People show a lot of support, and there was times that mom normally it starts Thursday to Sunday.
Right.
Sometimes we would run out of food on a Friday, or like on Papillion days. We went there to one time.
Yeah.
Papillion days, I think it was about the same Thursday to Sunday. We got there on Thursday, Saturday we didn't have no food. The next day people was like, "Where you guys at?" Like we pay obviously for the whole weekend, but our food was sold out on 2 days or on a day before. Yeah.
And I have a friend, and she always talking to the people about me. That moment, Benita say, "Oh, you need to talk with that lady because she working in Dandelion downtown." And she say, "You need to talk to her because she want to meet you." And I go over there. I meet Nick. I forgot her name. And I meet them, and for me, Dandelion was my boon in everything here right now.
Yeah.
Because the most of the customer, what I want is the person who don't never eat Puerto Rican
never
food.
had it before.
Sure.
Absolutely.
Introduce them to something new. Yeah.
And Dandelion opened that door. We go through for this door because they put me in I rent the place. The first time I was there just Friday for lunch. But I say, that look like a Puerto Rico, like a plaza in Puerto Rico, and you can have, in the same way you have food, you can have music, and the people can dancing, and another person can...
Just in the middle of the day, just like, yeah.
And that was amazing. I bring up some, this gentleman is Onelio, he's Cuban, he's a singer of salsa, bohemia. I put la bocina?
Like a big old speaker, with a microphone. He will bring his little tablet with the lyrics, like karaoke lyrics, and sing it out. My older sister loves to sing, so sometimes it was either Ornelio or my older sister Keishla, and we will just put a little speaker with the tablet and do karaoke. And people, you'll be surprised how many people will just come, and just try little things, or even just dance. And then they had little chairs with their canopies or whatever, the umbrella, whatever. So it was really good time.
And the people don't leave. They eat, they dancing, and they still there.
They stay there, absolutely. Yeah,
good food and good music can bring a lot of people together.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It was really good. Every time we go there,
Puerto Rican
really
people is people happy all the time. They want to, have fun the most of the time they can. And here in Nebraska, we don't have that the whole year.
Sure.
Just a few months. And we need to enjoy or do something like feel like you are in Puerto Rico.
Over there, it's like warm all year round, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you can at any time go out in a little plaza like that and just have a good time. And best thing is like bringing your kids and being able to be all together at the same time, And the cold weather is what doesn't.
Yeah, because one day it's 40 degrees and
absolutely. But it's Nebraska and we love it. Nebraska has given mom opportunities where she even probably underestimated herself, and look how far she has come. And
how many years did you do Cinco de Mayo before the restaurant then?
5 years.
About 5 years. Okay, so
and Dandelion too.
Nice. Okay, and downtown Papillion, the Papillion days.
And the Papillion days as well. And we had other places and other people that came up to mom and try to partnerize, kind of, you know what I'm saying? And some of them work and some of them it really didn't, I guess, like, the way that I see it is, like, she's the chef, you know what I'm saying? This is mom's dream. And she always say, like, on her, like, there was events like Cinco de Mayo that obviously as kids, we got life, we're grown, we got lives. And there was times that we were like, why are we going to go help mom? Like, we can do something else. And she always used to be like, you know what? I'm not throwing nothing at you guys' face, but this is my dream. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is my dream, and this is what I want. And seeing mom, obviously, like, all of these years just fighting for it and not giving up, even though I know I've seen plenty of tears and frustration, and she's gotten so far. And no matter who was there and who wasn't, she did it her own.
The people sometimes think, oh my God, she makes too much money in the past events, and I'm losing. And I told everybody, anytime I say to my family and my kids, I don't care how much I'm losing. It's promotion for when I have my own restaurant, my own place. That's my promotion, and that makes me feel a little bit better because we're losing a lot. But now I say I did it.
Yeah, yeah, and absolutely. Well, and the restaurant business, a lot of that is a lot of love and heart and getting your food out there, because making a lot of money in the restaurant business is not the reason a lot of people go into the restaurant.
No,
because the margins are so small.
Absolutely, and you gotta love what
hard.
you're doing, because if you don't, it's just like having a job that you don't like. Eventually, you're gonna get tired of it, and you're gonna be like, where can I go next? And
so. you gotta have that heart. Now, Elie, did you work at any restaurants prior to this, or is this your first So this is all brand new. So, and is it also your first time?
I was rented a place, but for me.
Yeah.
I was rented two different places. I was rent the kitchen.
Rehab Lounge. It used to be
Rehab Lounge.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
120.
Yeah.
A few years ago, too. They closed. I'm close to. And after that, I rent some part of the kitchen at Billy Frog's.
Oh, sure. Okay.
And downtown. And no, I say, okay, no. I need to be in my own place, my own rules, because when you mix too many cultures, you don't know, and the people don't know you.
Sure.
And I want to put my music. I want to put I love to go to table by table and say to the people, hey, how you doing? How the food? What you recommended? Everything, talk with my customer and the customer, because the name of my business is Elie's Chinchorro. In Chinchorro mean a place in Puerto Rico. The owner was the whole family, and they treat you like a family. And for me, that's so important. The people, I love when the people go to my restaurant. If I can say hi to everybody, sometimes I can't do, but I love that people feel like I treat the family. And the next time when they come back, say, I remember you. They feel so good.
And it's so interesting that you bring that up, because you have made good on that. Every time that I've been in, I think I've seen you almost every time, if not every time. So Miny, so I got to meet you. So now I've met your daughter. But when I was at the restaurant, your mother was also there.
Exactly.
So, and it's interesting because the last time you came to the table, my brother was there and my father was there. So you've really made good on that family connection, because I've got to meet quite a few people from your family. You've got to meet quite a few people from mine.
That's exactly what she explained.
And I love that. I love that.
That's great. That's great.
That's wonderful. So how did you learn how to cook all these wonderful things that you are bringing to everyone?
Okay, I go to a chef school or something like that. I just learn with my grandma and my auntie. That's the only person who teach me. And for a long time ago, for the years ago, the grandma don't never say, okay, take a book and write everything. No, you want to exactly. You want to learn, just watch me, and that's it. Everything how I can make a plate. Yeah, I don't know the how many I need to put of flour,
ingredients, or the amount of stuff. Yeah,
don't know nothing. Just look.
Yeah.
And now for me, it's so difficult to teach somebody to make my place, because I doing everything just looking by myself. I don't know.
Yeah.
I remember the beginning, that was one of the things. There's this guy, he's been really good to mom, really helpful. His name is Jose. And I remember one point he was telling mom to help you out, provide you for, the meats or the stuff that mom needs for the restaurant. He's like, maybe you can find out portions. Tell me about portions of stuff. Mom's like, how am I supposed to know? He's like, you're the chef. And mom is like, I know, but I just, by eye. That's all she can do.
He teach me a lot about that too, for now.
Oh, after that, of course. Yeah.
I grew up with my grandma and my auntie, and they love to cook.
Yeah.
My grandma have in Spanish una lechonera. That's like a chinchorro.
Okay.
In Puerto Rico, they roasted the pork over there every single day, every single weekend. And I grew up with that part of the family. And yes, and I love that. I love to feel the flavors in the food, the decoration, the colors in the food. For me, is so important.
I'm glad you brought that up too, because not only do you walk in and the restaurant itself is very colorful and beautiful, but all the plates that come out to the table are visually pleasing before you even get to try them. And like you said, the diversity of color that's in there, even the potato salad that we were talking about earlier. If you go and she has a potato salad, get it. Anyway. So are all the plates of your own design? Did you figure out how you want to lay them out? Because they're beautiful.
Yeah. The decoration is I make a plate and say, okay, there's something missing here. Okay, let me see. Okay, carrots, pepper. The first time I say just onions. I say, okay, that's too simple. I don't like nothing simple. I like complicated. And okay, red pepper, yellow pepper. That's the color, but I like it.
Yeah,
I love that.
She's really good at it. She also have this guy in the kitchen. He's Puerto Rican as well. His name is Willie, and his wife. They both work there too. They're like family now. I tell you that, and they're both so good. And it's never a dull moment in that kitchen with them too. I tell you that, they're great. So like mom makes a plate and it doesn't look right, he'll throw a comment and just in a funny way, and he'll fix it. Or if the wife is over there doing the dishes or doing whatever else and she sees something she don't like, even though mom and him agree with it, she's like, no, like, what's wrong with you guys? You got to look like this, put this on. So
we are a team. Yeah. We are a good team.
We are definitely a team.
Cover each other. Have too many ideas. The thing is, in Puerto Rico, it's not just one plate. In Puerto Rico, you have a big menu. The different things you can do, you can offer. For example, I can make different many rices. I can make arroz con gandules. It's a rice with piña peas. I can make rice with veggie, rice with chicken, rice with
and only corn, like Greek rice, like Chinese rice.
Too many different rices. Too many rices.
Because there's like this little Vienna sausage.
Oh, sure.
The other one? So like in Puerto Rico, we used to eat a lot of that rice. So it's a lot of like rice with with those Vienna sausages.
Yeah.
And you will be surprised how good it is. Like I'm telling you, it was really good. Yeah. So that's another rice. Yeah.
That's the thing in Puerto Rico. We have too many different plates, and now I want to offer everything. But okay, Elie, you need to be step by step to offer the people everything. That's the reason we add the lunch, because in the lunch I can make anything what I think. Okay, today I think we can make the sweet plantain lasagna we call piñón. But you don't use the lasagna, the pasta. You don't use pasta. You just use the sweet plantains. It's going to be like the pasta. In the middle, you put ground beef. And it's so delicious.
That sounds great.
You will not think it's that good, but it's so good. The other day I took a whole to-go plate box to my house. They see me and they be like, her mom's, the guy that I told you, Willie. He see me coming through the back door. When I get there, he's like, go ahead, run, hide the pots, hide the food. I'm like, you guys are messed up for that one.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I love that, when the plates come out, and you have like a plantain leaf down and or, everything that comes out. Or I had the Monfongo and it's got the, Puerto Rican flag on top and all those things.
Always.
So, the presentation is just awesome. There's never a boring thing that comes to anyone's table. Cool. The last time I was there, somebody got like a entire leg of lamb or something, but it was like mounted like this way, like horizontally or vertically on a wood piece. Maybe it was pork.
It's the pork chop. Can pork chops.
Yeah. Okay. Oh my gosh, it was just huge. And it's just like, what is that? That looks awesome. Everything is super fun. And so if somebody hasn't had Puerto Rican food before, maybe what are some things that you would tell people that they're about to experience? So plantains, obviously, one of those things that's in a lot of different dishes.
I say always the mofongo.
The mofongo is the dish?
When the people came to my restaurant, I say, Elie, what you recommended? I say always mofongo. Why? Because it's my favorite. please,
Nice.
first. But the thing is, mofongo is so traditional from Puerto Rico, unique from Puerto Rico. The mofongo have the mashed plantain.
Yeah.
We mash the plantain with garlic, chicharrón, olive oil, and cilantro. We mash it, and you can stuff it with whatever you want. You can stuff it with pork, chicken, snapper, lobster, octopus, everything. And that's coming with a sauce. It's a mayo ketchup sauce we making in the restaurant, and coming with the broth. And I always say you need to dip in your mofongo, your plantain, dipping in the broth, because that's making a boom when all the flavors.
My mouth gets watery.
Because all the combination of the flavors.
Yeah.
Is so good.
The
It's so
shrimp one, it's my favorite one. Now, see, if you want something other than shrimp, the fillet of fish is fillet of chillo. So the fish, it's really good.
That's
that
a
one is really
snack,
good too.
And we make different sauce. We making garlic sauce, cilantro sauce, and criolla sauce. And criolla sauce is Creole.
What type of seasoning is in it? You don't want to give away your secrets,
No,
but
no,
what's
no.
the kind of the flavor
it's
profile?
the Creole seasons sauce is orange colored, but it's like a broth with different veggies inside. Bring the flavor from Puerto Rico. It's so good, but it's so good. You need to try. The next time
Got
you
it.
need to go to try that.
It's really good. I don't know how to say it in English, honestly, but
That's okay.
you can just go when you go next time. Be like, hey, put me the salsa criolla, and we'll know what you're talking about.
That's
So-
perfect. That's perfect. Yeah, no reason to. When we come into Elie's Chinchorro, we're in Puerto Rico. We can
So-
keep
so
the
you-
Spanish description.
You know what?
just
That's
fine.
crazy, because every time someone comes in and I'm serving, like, I see them and they like kind of like doubt themselves, like how they, think about it too much about pronouncing something. I'm like, no, girlfriend, like, say it. Like, I want you to say it. They're like, oh, did I say it wrong? I'm like, no, that's perfect. What if I try it again? Or if there's something, and I mean, a better way to say it, I will let them know, So, and we like that, because we do feel like when people come in most of the time, they kind of like, I don't know, they feel so comfortable, so.
And they repeat the Spanish words.
Yeah.
The idea of the name, that place have another names.
Sure.
But my daughter, they say, okay, let's go to put different names. We're talking in Puerto Rico that have that name don't have any traduction in English.
Ah, I see.
You can traduce translate burundanga. Is the basket, the
little
plantain basket.
cups, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep.
That don't have any traduction. And that's the good thing, because the people who don't know, I said to my customer, when you go to Puerto Rico, to visit Puerto Rico, you go to hear all that phrase, and you go to say, okay, Elie, I know now.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way to do it, because like I said, you come into the restaurant and I want to experience the food that you want to present from Puerto Rico, and I want the right name. It doesn't have to be a quote Americanized name or whatever. It's like, I want to know what the real thing is. So like if I go there,
then I know.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's the beautiful sharing of culture through food, and you're doing that from the environment and the food, and that's wonderful. Now, the mofongo, because yours is the first that I've ever had. I have seen it on food shows before, but I've never had it, and so that was like the first thing that I had to order.
What did you thought about it?
I loved it. I mean, I've had plantains before in sweet and savory plantains, and it's that good starchy, almost a potato-y type thing. But you mentioned the garlic. The garlic has really hit me. I love garlic.
Oh,
so
yeah,
much.
me too.
Oh, so good. And then the fact that you can get your choice of meat or whatever you want in there, and there's so much of it, and then it comes out in this wooden cup goblet, molcajete.
We call that pilon.
Say it again.
Pilon.
Pilon.
That's the way we call in Puerto Rico.
That's how they used to normally like smash the garlic. So you put the garlic in
It's
there,
like
after you peel them off.
Wood mortar.
Gotcha, like a mortar and pestle type situation,
Absolutely.
but it's big. It's very big. So do you smash the plantains in the pilon?
So when
we have a big pilon in the kitchen, we can make around eight mofongo in the same time.
at the same time.
Oh, 8 of them at the same time? That's
So
a
you
lot
can
of
make
plantains.
smashed plantains and the garlic. it's really good. Like you say, you love it, and I love it the most because she makes it herself.
Myself.
Right? Mm-hmm. And it's really good. It's just really good, really good. And the mayo ketchup sauce. Did you have a chance to try it?
I did. And that was one thing that I had read before coming in is like that is a necessary
especially
sauce.
if you're eating a mofongo. And I'll eat it with whatever. With whatever. But it's really good. She makes it herself too, because everybody knows it has mayonnaise and ketchup.
Yep.
But she had her own ingredients too, so it's just it's so good. Can you imagine growing up with this woman cooking out?
All that good food all the time?
I was winning. I'm still winning.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome. And the different and I didn't know you could have different. So there's 3 different sauces you can have with the mofongo.
Oh, yeah.
And see, I need to go back already now because I was just eating my mofongo. I wasn't combining it with the sauce, and so I need to do that because I was missing out. I can tell.
You'd love it. And if you ever get to go, you better make sure before you walk out with that bag that they have mayo ketchup on that.
That's awesome. Well, and the pigeon peas are another item that's fairly traditional too, right?
Oh yeah.
So
just so people know, it's like green beans, like kind of like the green peas, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay, this is why I'm saying this. Mom is looking at me like that.
Chef is shaking her head right now.
Because the other day that lady was like pigeon peas. So okay, it's not the birds. They have nothing to do with the bird. I guess that's just the name that they.
It's
give
like
it.
black-eyed peas. They're not made of eyes.
Exactly.
Okay, pigeon peas are not made of pigeons.
Exactly. So
I always say you need to say pigeon peas. The people need to know. Need to know it's not the birds.
I thought I said it right. So
that rice is so important to me too. In Puerto Rico, any place you going to find that rice because it's so traditional in Puerto Rico.
Sure.
Especially for Christmas.
Oh, nice.
In Christmas, you have a family party. You go to have always rice and pigeon peas, roasted pork and potato salad. That's the perfect meal for everything.
Always. If Mom doesn't have that on Christmas party, I'm not coming.
So, and you brought up the potato salad because we were actually talking about that before we started recording here too. And Minnie, you and I were talking about how much we like that potato salad.
I kind of want to fight you because you had some of it and I didn't. I'm just kidding.
It was so good because I think you had ham in there and olive, like 2 different types of olives and peppers. And I think, and we had talked about the apple slices because if I recall, I think Elie, you had said when I talked to you at the restaurant about the potato salad that you like to make it one way and other people like it the other way, but you want to make it your way. So tell me a little bit about that because I love that, you're bringing those flavors, but you're doing it the way Chef Elie Berchal wants her food.
It's that way where I grew up with my grandma. And my potato salad, when I go to different places, I saw in the over there the potato salad, I say, that's something missing in that potato salad for me.
Yeah.
I put onion, red pepper, yellow pepper, green pepper, all the peppers.
Yeah.
All the peppers. I put olive, yes. Apple. The people say, why you put apple? My daughter don't like the apple in my potato salad. I love the apple in the potato salad because when you taste that different, all the flavors in your mouth I'm not good to sweet and sour or salt and sweet, no. But potato salad for me is perfect in that way. But that's a big conversation. Don't say that about that. I put ham, I put cilantro, I put eggs and mayonnaise, everything together over there, and carrots. I love that. Yes,
that's awesome.
Love that. I love that.
I love it. Well,
the corrido, the elbow, what is it called? Are they like elbow?
It's macaroni pasta, but we call in Puerto Rico coditos.
Coditos salad. So it's like cold one too.
Okay.
It's really good. It's really good. Like
because
really
in
good.
that one I put 3 different. I put ham, chicken, tuna.
Oh, right on.
She had mayonnaise too.
Uh-huh.
But Mom will do anything, anytime. Like yesterday for Easter, let me tell you. She kind of likes spicy stuff too, even though she doesn't really make plates with spicy stuff. She would just add the spicy to it.
Yeah.
I love the spicy.
But she knows like a lot of us doesn't really, cannot handle as much spicy as she can. So yesterday we were at Grandma's for Easter and she made this tuna dip. So let me tell you about this tuna dip, okay? This tuna dip has some tuna, It had some mayonnaise in it. It had some banana peppers. And it has some, I know it had to have some jalapeno in that. But she was sneaky about it, okay?
Serrano.
Serrano?
You put serranos in there?
So listen. So
That's the truth. Nobody can eat that.
I seen everybody eating it. So I'm like, okay, this thing gotta be good, you know? So there goes me. First of all, everybody's already kind of like giving me crap about the fact that I stay eating. I'm telling you, I stay eating. So then I went and grabbed a chip and took a bite of it, and I'm enjoying it because it was so delicious. And next thing you know, I'm like, Mom,
You found the serrano?
you put something spicy on this. Grandma was like, what? And Grandma took a bite. And Grandma was like, oh, Elie, you messed it up. It was so good. We were both like almost crying off how spicy it was. But it was delicious. It was delicious. And it's the fact that she can just come up with anything at any time, you know. I try it and people's like, yeah, Miny, why would you make that? But Mom tries it and everybody loves it, so that's good. So.
She loves it.
Well, yeah, because as far as the spice level of things that I've encountered at the restaurant, I haven't bumped anything that's like hot or super hot. So,
No.
I mean,
Puerto Rican don't cook with spicy.
No.
I love spicy. My
Yeah.
kids, my mom hate the spicy. But no, in Puerto Rico, the people, you know what? It's a good thing what you say right now, because the people sometimes came to the restaurant and say, okay, I go to try your food, but I don't want nothing spicy. And, you know, and at that moment I say, that's good, because we don't have
spicy.
nothing spicy. If you want a spicy sauce, we have.
so you can make it spicy if you want to.
Yes.
Yeah.
I like that she got these spicy sauce that when people ask for spicy sauce, she has a sauce over there. And it's really good. So like I like it with the mofongo and the pork, with the meat, because to me it doesn't taste right with the actual mofongo.
It's a good thing to let it know the people in Puerto Rico. We know my place. I am in Puerto Rico. If you have a Mexican restaurant in Puerto Rico, you go to found, especially obviously you go to found spicy.
Yeah.
But in my food, no, never.
Gotcha.
But I want to always explain about it's explosion to many flavors.
Flavor, absolutely.
Because we don't use, like, with all respect, we don't use salt and pepper. We don't use a sauce to just put flavor on our food. We put two different, many flavors.
Yeah.
We're using oregano, cilantro, culantro, garlic. We use adobo.
Yeah.
That's especially season from Puerto Rico.
Sazon.
Sazon. And that's making the flavors in
What's
my
in
food.
sazon? I don't know
So
sazon.
the sazon, it's this like orange little
Box.
It's an orange box for sure. The little envelope that comes with it, it's a little, it's seasoning as well.
Oh,
and it
okay.
comes with this thing called achiote. I don't know how we say that in English, but
That make color. That bring
it
color
gives
to the
color.
food.
Yeah.
It does. It's really good too, the way it tastes. I feel. I mean, it's kind of salty, and it depends. I mean, you cannot put a lot of it because then it will be salty. But if you're gonna make, like, for example, some of the cultures make their yellow rice with like tomato sauce. We don't really. I mean, at least I don't really see Mom using tomato sauce on the rice. I learned to do it with the sazon, which that's what gives it the color, so it turns out yellow like that. So frito as well.
That way, yes. That way, I grew up. My grandma don't use too much the sauce, salsa or pasta, tomato paste or salsa de tomate.
Yeah.
No. And the thing is, when I have my kids, I make it the beans and I make it with pasta sauce, and that's made me pain in my stomach. And I say, okay, and I call my grandma and she say, you can do it without the pasta. And for me, the beans was perfect.
Yeah.
And another point is, I never use in my restaurant canned beans. I always blended my beans.
Oh, so you're soaking beans or get the raw beans, and wow. Yeah.
It does that. That's the best way to bring to the people the best our flavor. And for flavoring and seasoning, thank you, Miny, for tell me. I forgot the sofrito. Sofrito is the best thing in Puerto Rico for everything, for any plate. Sofrito is a combination of different veggies, and you put on the austerizer, and you mix it, and you put in everything. You put in the meat, you put in the rice, you put in without the white rice, in the beans, and that's make a flavor.
That's awesome.
So fresh.
Yeah.
Fresh.
Oh, absolutely. The last time I was there, I think I had a challenge before me because I took food home. Because I ordered the tripleta sandwich, That may be one of the largest sandwiches to ever be put in front of me ever. I ate half and took the other half home. That is, tell me about that sandwich because it's gigantic.
You know what's funny? Before, that sandwich was like half of the size that it is right now. And Mom used to do it. That was one of the sandwiches she used to do for lunch. And I used to work at a bank, so I want to say maybe 5 years ago. And the Tulia, which is the branch manager, actually, I'm currently at the 24th and L Street Bank of the West. She actually used to be like, everybody gotta order this sandwich. So we all will order the sandwich. She'll make every employee order the sandwich for Mom, okay? So we all did. And I don't think she had a tripleta sandwich since then, until recently she went to Mom's. And she's like, give me a tripleta sandwich. So I just wanted to see her reaction. So I said, go ahead, open the box, because she was set to go. And when she's in there, she's like, oh, am I really supposed to eat all of that? How am I going to eat that? How am I supposed to grab that and eat it? And I was like, yeah, the same thing. Like, whatever you don't eat, take it home. So,
tripleta sandwich is a sandwich from Puerto Rico. Especially in the night when after you hang out all the night, you go to see different food trucks in the street, and you can get your tripleta sandwich. The thing is, here, when I was trying to start with the tripleta sandwich, I say, I don't know. I go to found the bread.
Yeah.
Because the bread is so important in the sandwich.
And it's delicious.
And I'm looking for different places. I never bought Rotella. Thank you, God, for Rotella.
Rotella's had it.
Yes, I found in Rotella. We're talking with some, I don't know, Mom was talking with somebody over there. And they make that bread. For me, it's spectacular. The bread is not salty. It's salty and sweet in the same time.
It is
That's
a little
the
bit
trick
sweet.
over there.
Yes.
And the tripleta sandwich has the name tripleta is because it has 3 different meat inside. Has roasted pork. We roast the pork every single day at the restaurant.
Wow.
They have a steak and they have a chicken thighs. And we put the lettuce, tomato, and the stick fries, so crunchy inside when you try to eat. And our sauce. We put mayo, ketchup, cheese, and ketchup. And it's so good. It's so good. And, surprised me that last weekend, Saturday, some couple go over there. He ordered the whole red snapper, and she ordered the tripleta. I say, it's in 5 months, just 2 guys eat the whole tripleta, the same, right away. And she say, Elie, believe me, I got to eat that. I'm hungry. And she did it.
No kidding.
I'm impressed.
Wow.
She did it. That's
I used to eat the whole thing when it was like the old tripleta. The old tripleta, yeah. And everybody was like, oh, how could you eat that whole thing?
The tripleta pequeña. And now it's the gigante version.
Exactly.
This thing is huge. People sitting there like, like it's
It's got, I don't know. It's well over a pound.
It got to be.
Yes, it have 1.5 pounds in meat.
1.5 pounds. Okay, I was going to say because it's
I surprised because a few weeks ago somebody tried to say something about my tripleta, and he say it's around 1 and 1.5 pounds. Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Yes, you got it.
Yeah, and it's almost like if you took a Philly cheesesteak and then made it even better because it's just the 3 different meats and the cheese and the sauce and everything combined.
Yeah, have cheese too.
And the crunchy potato sticks that are in there. It's nice because it gives you that texture element because the bread's pretty soft and it's just so good. But that is
it's so tasty, so tasty. I like mine with a lot of sauce because it's kind of sloppy, but it's like those one of sloppy sandwiches that you eat that you got it like
you bet
your fingers,
make a mess and enjoy it. Absolutely,
I'm being serious. That's how I eat it,
That's awesome. Are if you get the sandwich from a food truck in Puerto Rico, if you've been out in the evening, are they that big?
I'm sorry, but I have to throw that out there. Okay?
Yes.
So the first time I went to Puerto Rico since we left 2009, but the first time I went to Puerto Rico. It was in 12 years. It was last year in January. I only went for 4 days. But I remember going to the club, having a little good time, whatever. And then after the club, we were like, let's go eat. Like she said, food truck. There was that one food truck that had a tripleta sandwich. Don't ask me the name of the food truck because I don't remember. But I'm telling you, I was so disappointed.
Oh,
No, because it's my mom, the one that cooks. But if you're gonna have a food truck, like I remember when I was little, there was food truck with like Italian sausages, and they will have sandwiches like that.
Sure.
Really
Oh,
good,
God,
really
delicious.
good. When I was little, that's why I remember the food trucks on the street, or hot dogs with like full hot dog. I'm talking about like beef and like onions, ketchup, like a whole bunch of stuff on it. Really good. But when I had this tripleta, I was like, him, chicken and roasted pork, like mom be doing it. I'm sorry, but I did not like that thing. I did not.
That's
And
my
back to
mom said
Omaha
too.
for the sandwich.
No, it's just like the flavor. It was kind of like dry, and I didn't like that. And then, okay, I cannot expect everybody to cook like mom.
Exactly.
But when you got Puerto Rican food, you when you're Puerto Rican and you have some Puerto Rican food from someone else, then you kind of expect like that tasty flavor.
Sure.
And I didn't had it. So I mean, about the seafood on the coast, I'll tell you that was delicious.
Mom is very happy right now. That's awesome.
She should be. Anybody that goes.
Don't ask her if she know how to cook like me. Don't ask her.
I'll tell you that in a proper way. Heck no. I don't like cooking, to be honest. I don't like cooking. If I have to cook, because I do got whole basketball team of girls at home, I do cook. But if I could go to mom's and just get food from mom and take it home, then there's dinner, and then there you go.
Mom's
So,
food is always better anyway because it's
you
mom's
see,
food.
mom, he knows what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
I think I don't know. Maybe grandma's food though, because I don't know. Grandmas can just they have magic in their food too. So.
You know what that reminds me? So the other day, they went, these news channel went to the restaurant or whatever. And so, like, they're talking or whatever, and grandma's talking to them. And then the lady's like, so did your daughter got the cooking skills from you? And grandma was like, no. She's like, I don't cook. I don't be cooking like that or something. And I just started laughing. And grandma's like, hey, you shut up. She's like, you don't even cook either. And I was laughing.
No.
And then we had to tell her who she got it from.
My
which
mom
was
don't.
great grandma. So.
My mom don't.
So great grandma.
Yes, great
Yeah.
grandma.
Well, and you're right, because I did get to meet your mom at the restaurant, Ellie, and she did say, because I asked her the same question. I was like, oh, did Ellie learn how to cook for me? She's like, oh, no.
No.
She was very honest.
Oh, yes. She said, no, thank you. No, I don't like it either. She's good making the pasta or other things, but no Puerto Rican cook.
So how about the empanadas or the empanadillas? Is the Puerto Rican version different than maybe an empanada that I might have somewhere else? Is there anything that makes it, uniquely Puerto Rican, or it's just your style?
The empanadillas in Puerto Rico is everybody make the food different,
Sure.
different flavors and everything, but it's not the same. It's not the same. In Puerto Rico, we have companies. They make the
flour.
the flour. They make the. It's so difficult to me that most of the time to find everything in the perfect way we can make it in Puerto Rico, and that's I need to go for another direction and do in my own way.
I see.
But the flavor inside in Puerto Rico, we make empanadas too many different.
I see.
just have 5 in the restaurant, but we can make it someday. Willie say, hey, well, let's go to do something different because we have steak over there and sweet plantain. And he make it empanadilla with steak and sweet plantain inside
That'd be
and
great.
go fast. Because in
Yeah.
Puerto Rico, you can make it. I make tripleta empanadilla. I put the 3 different meat inside the cheese.
Yes.
In that empanadilla, I make tripleta empanadillas.
That sounds
And
great.
That's
really
coming
good.
in the summer.
Awesome.
With the chicken and pork kebabs. Yes, with octopus, you can, in Puerto Rico, you can find with octopus, conch, pork,
Shark, any kind of fish that you could
Wow.
think, really, yeah. It's really good. It's
So
really,
good.
really good.
And speaking of seafood, so the last time I was there, you had brought out, I don't even know if it's an on-menu item, but it was like a ceviche, or because it had octopus and different fish and other things in
yes.
there. Tell me a little bit about that, because that
tell
was...
we
It's
make,
like
Minnie's like, I don't even know what that was about. She's looking at Chef right now going, okay.
we make octopus salad. That's the name we call in Puerto Rico. Here, we know about the different restaurants say ceviche, octopus ceviche from fish,
Yeah.
octopus ceviche. We call salad. octopus salad, conch salad, lobster salad. And right now, the summer is coming, and we go to do most of that scenes because we need something fresh.
Right, that cooler temperature and fresh, yes.
But in Puerto Rico, obviously, it's Iceland. You can find everything fresh.
Sure.
It's so delicious. You go some Chinchorro restaurant and you can find, give me a glass of octopus salad.
Yeah.
And that's it. And I love too.
That's awesome.
Most of my plate is so difficult because in Puerto Rico you can find like a plantains. You can find your plantains in the back of the backyard.
They're just everywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But here it's so expensive, and sometimes when they bring me the box, the most of the half of the box is different color, and right away the flavor in the mofongo change. Is so important for make the mofongo. Use the green banana. That's the green plantains.
Oh, so you got to get them before they're super ripe then.
Absolutely, yeah. Because if not, after a certain time, like if they're green, they're good for mofongo. But if they're like yellowish, then most likely sweet plantains.
I was just going to ask, because the thing is, and if folks haven't had a plantain before, it's not sweet like a banana. It's a different, I mean, it looks like a banana, but it's not.
But it's different. I don't even know how to explain the flavor,
it's
the taste
almost
of
more
it.
starchy. I don't want to say it's towards a potato, but not exactly. But that makes sense. You got to catch them when they're green, because if they're yellow or starting to darken, then they get really sweet.
They get
right?
sweet, yeah. So
And we can make different plates. That I told you before about we can make for the plantain. We can make different plates. Example, if I have green plantains, if I have the yellow plantain, I can make one plate. The name is bifongo. It's the mixing and the green and the sweet plantain. And the people like it. I like it because I have the little bit
that contrast.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Just that. And you can make it the trifongo. Trifongo is green plantain, sweet plantain, and cassava.
Oh, wow.
And so good.
Wow.
It's so good. It's coming too.
Okay. All right. So I've already got new things to try. My goodness.
I'm the one that always tries the food before it's put
You're
in
the
the
official
menu.
taste tester?
Oh, absolutely. And I'm a great one at it. In case anybody out there, no, I'm just kidding. But
yes, it's so different, different things. But Puerto Rico, you can find in the backyard, and here you pay $2 for the pound.
Just for a pound.
And the plantain is too much.
It's already too ripe already before you get it. Yeah. Oh
you
my
have to
goodness.
see Mama, like because like let's say for example she gets it, or she gets the order in, they do the delivery about the plantains or whatever she needs, and like last week she ran out before the next delivery, so we're like, we only have one box left. So then we calling all these places like who has plantain, and they kind of know. They kind of know already who's Elie's and who's coming from Chinchorro,
Right.
Sometimes I feel like they'll be like, no, you can only take one box.
You're gonna take all our plantains.
Yeah, I need to call.
Yeah.
Hey, that for me. Okay, take that for. Yeah. It's a pleasure to make the mofongo and have all the flavors in that mortar. Is perfect to me.
Oh yeah, well, that's that experience of mashing the plantains and everything. That's got to be nice to be producing that mofongo for. And I mean, you need those plantains, because without the plantains, you don't have the burandangas, you don't have the mofongo.
The
you
most
don't have
on my plate. I say sometimes one of the person who's worked with me say, "Oh, that's okay. We don't have plantain today." I say, "No,
no."
If I don't have plantain, it's like you go to Kentucky and they don't have chicken.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
I went to Arby's one time and they were out of roast beef. It was horrible. As I know, right? See, the faces are. I know that shouldn't even be a thing. So you cannot go to Elie's Chinchorro without plantain. I know.
Arby's. We got the meat.
That's right. The home of the roast beef sandwich. They were out. So that
crazy.
just can't happen. So you need your plantains. You need your
Exactly.
plantains, so.
I'm so worried about that every single week. We have those. How many? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, because to be able to bring the plantains and then also the seafood. I mean, we're in the middle of Nebraska here, so you have to be able to get good, fresh seafood all the way in the middle of the United States, because we're not close to an ocean.
You,
so yes.
Thank you so much for saying that, because like the can pork chops, the big one what I have.
Yes.
I don't have any place here to have that. I need to order.
Oh.
And when they don't, they can come in and out. Sometimes I need to say to the customers, we don't have.
Sure.
And it's sad to me because I want to have everything.
Of course.
But sometimes that happens because it's so difficult for our food.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. And, the thing is, too, a lot of good barbecue restaurants, be they in Nebraska or Texas or whatever, they make so much, they sell out, and they're done. Because that's all they can make, And so that's the thing. If you run out of supply because you're trying to bring things that are fresh, that you're trying to bring things that you just can't, like you said, you can't go into the backyard and pick a plantain. You have to have those things. When you're out till the next shipment comes in, and sometimes those things are hard to get. So I understand.
There's other stuff that I would like personally to have a mom's restaurant. Like over here, no avocados over here are this little thing. Okay,
A little tiny avocado.
You go to Puerto Rico, like she say, you can have one in the back, a tree in the back. Of
Really?
your house.
That big?
Oh, yeah.
So for those,
huge.
since we're on audio here, that's like, I don't know, what a good 6-8 inch avocado.
Yes,
That's
They
huge.
are huge. And
They
they're
stuff
good.
it. In Puerto Rico, they stuff it with rice and bean. And
Oh my gosh, that
They're
sounds
so good.
great.
I'm telling you, they're so good. There's other drinks that we're not able to get. Like, for example, like the Puerto Rican beer. We're not allowed obviously to sell it in the state. In this
sure.
state at least. I think the closest state that they're able to sell it, it's Chicago. There's like this
Really?
drink cola champagne or the Malta that it's different ones. I know Salvadorians and I know Africans have cola champagne, but ours is completely different. Sorry.
the flavor is completely different.
What's in that? I haven't had it. So
It's I don't even know how to explain it to you.
The
It's
cola champagne is like a soda,
uh-huh.
but the flavor is so different. It's my favorite, but it's so different.
Is
I'm not soda person. I'm not drink a soda every single day or something like that. But that one, I can drink that every day.
Is it literally like cola, like soda, and champagne?
No,
No, it's a different
it's
type
a
of
soda.
It's its own soda.
Yeah, soda
Okay.
can.
Oh, okay. Because I think you had said Malta too, which is
Malta too. We
which
have
is
Malta
its
in
own.
the restaurant too.
Got
here
you.
it says that it's a comparable flavor in a way, like a cream soda.
Okay, so it's its own brand in the can. You
is
just
its
can't
own
get
brand.
it here.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I
yeah.
see.
And
I
you
Like
understand.
our beer
Yeah,
in Puerto Rico, we
can't
can have here.
and they have it in Chicago, and we can't get it here.
That's what I'm saying.
That's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous.
If anybody listens to this, please clear that up. Send some to Ellie so I can try it, please.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
It's really good. It's really good. That's one thing when you go to Puerto Rico, people actually like.
I have customers.
Yeah.
They no Puerto Ricans. They have customers say, "You have medalla." That's the name of the beer. You have medalla? No, yeah. But I saw that box because I have
Like
2 boxes
decoration
for
boxes,
decoration.
you know?
Oh, I see.
But you have the box over there. Yes, but no, they can. It's so difficult.
really
But
good.
I think this year going to be too many surprises because the people so open too much for the Puerto Rican food.
Yeah.
Omaha impressed me. Omaha impressed me because I never meet a lot of people. They love to taste different new food.
Yes.
I'm so picky for the food, and the people are so open. Ellie. I said to my customer, "You risk your life to come here to try something you don't know." Yes. Oh. Okay, that made me nervous.
Oh, it's so fun, and I would agree. I think Omaha is a great town for that. I mean, because of Omaha, I've been able to have your food. I've Puerto Rican food from El Salvador, from in Africa, from Togo, from Ethiopian food at La Bella. You can travel a lot of the world here, which is so
can.
cool.
Yes,
and
it is.
you would never think that in the middle of Nebraska.
And
Yeah.
we love it, honestly, because I remember when we first came here about 2009, it was nothing like it is right now.
It's
So,
changed.
there's so much opportunities, there's so much people, and there's people that could live in a city that is constantly busy, and then they'll move to Omaha, and people will be like, hey, why you move to Omaha out of all the places, And over here, people do got opportunities and chances, and yeah, sometimes might be hard at first, but hard work always pays off, So, yeah, absolutely.
When the people travel, like every single week I have people, okay, we came from South Dakota. We came from Iowa, Des Moines, 3 hours, 2 hours and a half, St. Louis, just coming for me, for my food. Yeah, after that we go to the zoo or so do something but we want to try your food because you have reviews and the people say too much. That make me nervous.
Yeah,
because that made me nervous because I'm going to Puerto Rico, I'm Puerto Rican, I don't go to all the places. You have places you say, all right, that place I never go because I don't like it, and that place is my favorite or something like that. When the people try something new, my best critic person is the Puerto Ricans because they know the flavor is the exactly flavor they're supposed to have.
Yeah.
And when they say, "Oh my goodness, Elie, thank you so much. You bring me to Puerto Rico again. Home. You remind my grandma." They told me a few weeks ago, "You remind my grandma." I say, "Oh my goodness, I did it. I feel like I make my goal."
That's fantastic. And I love, in the times we've talked, you always said you're true to the flavors that you want to make and how you want to make the dishes. And from my perspective, I really appreciate that because, you're doing something that you truly believe in, that your heart is, that you enjoy eating, that you enjoy serving. And it really comes through. And, you said that, the environment of Chinchorro, right, was that connection with family. And you're doing that with all aspects of that food. And it's just really, it's really good. So I don't think you need to be nervous when somebody travels in because you know that they're going to get a good experience.
I like that. I like when I always say to me, if I go to sell something, I need to like me and like my kids. If my kids go to visit me, my family go to visit me at the restaurant, they need to know, oh yeah, that's my Elie's food.
That's mom's
food. Because if not, I'm loose. Sure. And for me, it's a pleasure to bring my heart in any plates.
That's fantastic. That's fantastic. Well, you definitely do that, and it sounds like Omaha has been very receptive and come to visit you. And I know there was a period when you didn't have a lot of lunch times; you just had dinner for a little bit, and now you have more lunch available. So obviously there was a demand for that because that's still going on, which is wonderful. So what is the exact address of the restaurant right now so people can find you when they need to come and see you?
It's 3020 South 32nd Avenue, Omaha, Nebraska 68105.
Perfect. And now, and directly across from, so La Sola Mio had closed, but now it's the Mio. They reopened up. So what's so fun for me is seeing a little bit of, you're bringing a revitalized location between you guys and the Mio, and then even a little ways down the street at Vis Major and my goodness, Sunnyside on Center there. But that little area is being renewed and revitalized, and you're part of that. It's wonderful.
Thank you. And then at the neighborhood, that's amazing. Every single day, some couple, some family came just for support. And they say the same words. You say, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for bringing colors to the community.
Yes.
Too many. They support. Incredible.
That's great. And I exactly, because it's in the neighborhood, and that's so wonderful because you not that there's anything wrong with putting a restaurant way out west, but that's the way that Omaha tends to move, is that way. And it's kind of nice to revitalize some of the middle areas of Omaha as well. So,
and
awesome.
When I was started over there, I was thinking, that's a good idea to be in the middle of the neighborhood. I don't know, but when I start everything, I say, oh my goodness, the perfect plan of God is perfect.
That's wonderful.
Because it's in the right time, the right way, everything is perfect.
That's wonderful. And if anybody needs, so we got the address out there, and if people want to see your food, where's the best place on like social media, web? Where can they find you on the internets if they have not seen your food yet?
We have Instagram, our social media, Instagram, Facebook, and if you click in the when you open Instagram, you can click on Facebook too, and they going through to our menu online and everything.
That's perfect. Well, I have been in numerous times. I have tried something new each time. I still haven't got to the end of the menu yet. So I need to do that. I don't think I've had dessert yet either. So I need to.
You need to try that.
What do I need off the dessert menu? My first time I go have dessert, what do I need?
It's tres leches.
The tres leches?
It's really good. The thing is that you got to have it to know what I'm going to explain you, but it's completely different to the tres leches that you're probably used to having here.
Because it's Puerto Rican style.
Okay.
I don't want to say Puerto Rican style in the wrong way. The thing is, we do maybe it's the same but a different way, because this tres leche is amazing.
Okay.
I'm not a sweet person. I'm going to the restaurant. I never go to ask about desserts. But this tres leche.
Okay.
And we have the guava cheesecake. And everything is homemade. And we have the mojadito cake. We call mojadito, that's the name we call in Puerto Rico, is to have 4 different rums. Make it with 4 different rums.
Really
and one of the rum was añejo 18 years.
Oh my! Wow, you're using that much of an aged rum in a dessert.
And it's a little piece, probably. It's like this. So it's a decent size, kind of rectangular.
Maybe 2 person.
And it's really good. Honestly, it's really
so good.
It's a must try. You think about it, be like, oh, they have flan, and it's different. It's still different. It's like vanilla one is really good, but the cheese one, that thing is fire. Like I said, but
and the guava for me is my favorite. Guava is favorite for me for everything. That's why reason I put the fried cheese with guava sauce, and I put the guava cheesecake.
Oh yeah, I have had the fried cheese with guava.
Yes.
The first time I tried it on her restaurant, she took me back to 15 when I was 15, 14.
That's so famous in Puerto Rico. Any place in Puerto Rico have fried cheese.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So the guava sauce I think it's the complement perfect. The perfect complement, they come together.
Salty and sweet, yes. Really good balance.
So delicious, so delicious.
That's wonderful. All right, so obviously I have more things to try, which it's the best problem to have ever. I have more things to try.
I agree with you.
I need to come back and try more of the Monfongo and everything, but I can guarantee that if you're going to Elie's Chinchorro, you're going to see a smile. You're going to feel like you're in Puerto Rico. You've been welcoming truly every single time I've been in there, and I was excited to talk to you because I love your place, and it was so nice to get to know you, Chef Elie and Miny, and I hope that people go out and visit your location because you're going to be able to put a smile on their face with some delicious food.
Thank you so much.
Awesome. Well, thanks for taking your time. So we'll sign it off on the show here. This is Dave with Saturday Omaha, and as we say, until we eat again, stay hungry. Bye.
Our show is recorded and produced by Saturday Omaha. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook, as well as email SaturdayOmaha@gmail.com. Thanks for listening, and stay hungry.
Saturday Omaha.
Eat this.